There you go.
Well, we'd like to welcome everybody. This is Chris Kilbride. We're going to have a kind of a fun evening here. It's called After You Click. I've put together this slideshow for us that a lot of people are taking pictures, and I think Rob said he goes to Alaska and takes lots of pictures. But what do we do with the best of them? So that's what we're going to do tonight, is give you lots of options. One of the options is you can do it with your phone, iPad, or the Mac, is search for Collage in the App Store. And a lot of these are available for you. Some are free, others are upgraded within the program, okay? And there's a lot of choices out there. Here's one choice, Photo Collage Maker. And a lot of them have different ways that they put pictures on a piece of paper, so to speak. They'll have different blocks or shapes and things like that. Here's a different one, PixArt Photo and graphics and such. You can even get more creative. So this is really an introduction to a lot of fun things you can do with your Mac or iPad or the iPhone. Now, once you go and you download any collage kind of program you'd like, the app, they're going to ask you for permission to use your photos. So the answer would be yes, because that's why you're using this program, okay? So whatever one you're going to use, you're actually just going to select the layout size or the style of it, how many pictures. Some of them go from, 1 to 50 pictures you can put on a page, just have them as tiny as they can get. I had done one of these for our family reunion here. But once you're doing it, you just select the photos out of your photo app, and they pop right in. You can actually move them around. If you don't want them in the left corner, you can drag it to the right, and the right one pops back into the left. So it's really cool, very intuitive. They've made it very simple. So don't be afraid of any of these collage kind of programs. Now, when you are on the Macintosh, for the computer people, down a little further on the left side of your column, you'll see the word projects, okay? And on the right here, you'll see a plus sign. So under that plus sign, you'll have different choices. So here you are on the computer. You can make a book, calendar, card, slideshow, and prints. And once you do make one project, then it'll start a folder of My Projects. But within My Projects, you're going to have a single, each one of them separated, okay? Now, let's go over some of those different types of projects you could do. For the books, once you open up and click on the word books, it's going to show you different styles. So you can have square books, classic, soft cover. It's going to show you the size of it, the price. This one here says $40 for 20 pages, 99 cents for any extra pages. And if this is what you want, you hit the word select, and then it opens up already ready to go, already sized for you, and we'll show you how to just put in your pictures. So here's 13 by 10 or small ones, soft covers, things like that, okay? When you go under calendars, you have kind of a collage kind of thing too. Every month could be a whole different set of pictures. So if you were doing a family calendar as a gift or something like that, you could do every month. Could be Susie's birthday in May or something, and you do a Susie month of May set of pictures or whatever you'd like. So you choose the months, and it says starts on January 2018, but you could have more than 12 months, okay? So this one here is $20 for 12 months, or $1.50 for extra months. So all you do is hit continue, and it'll show you layouts of how to put your pictures, and they're going to grab your photos from your Photos app in the computer. So it's like really simple. Now this section is under cards, letterpress, folded and flat ones, 4x6. You know, they've got the prices right here. You just hit select and go. Now, if you were to make a slideshow, here's one I did just to do a little example for you. When you have your pictures, here's all your photos in your photos, okay? And what this says is hold the shift key to select the first photo and the last one to highlight these. So if you click the first photo, you hold the shift key, and then you go down to this last one. Then all of them in that 2 rows or 10 rows or whatever you got, as long as they're all connected, the first and the last, they'll highlight just by holding the shift key and hit first and last. Then you're going to take these blue highlighted photos and drag them over. I made a little folder called Roses. That's going to be my new project, okay? So make your folder first and then just drag them into the folder. And then you'll see all your pictures down here, okay? Those are my 9 pictures I dragged over. So here's the name of my project. Here's all my photos. Up here on number 3, it says 9 slides, and the time, which I'll show you in a second. You can do music with it. And right here it'll say export. So you can export your slideshow to even as a PDF or different formats so that other people can see it. Down on number 4, these are just highlighted stars here I wanted to talk about. But this says fit to music. The slideshow will play for as long as the music plays. So if you click that button, if you have a 2-minute music or something, the 50 slides you have will stretch out perfectly to 2 minutes. So they go la la, and they finish the song, and your slideshow finishes. So that's what fit to music is. And otherwise, you can have a custom time. And so slides are going to go fast or slow depending on whatever time frame you have. They also have another box you're going to check, which is talking about themes. And Ken Burns is pretty famous. He's done the Civil War stories and things like that on PBS. But he came up with having the picture of someone and then it fades out and then the next picture pops in. Well, that's the Ken Burns effect. They actually named it after him. So they have different styles. Other ones are origami, photo edges, sliding panels. I chose the one that's called Vintage Prints because look here, you've got one picture, which is the colorful one, and then behind it are all the other 9 pictures I have in the total 9 grouping here. And these are all grayscale. And they're all kind of like you threw them on the table, you know, they're all kind of scattered. But they rotate, so when the next one comes up, this pink one here is going to fade to black, and the next one's going to be colorful. So it's a really kind of cool segue. It's called Vintage Prints. But try each one of these, and you'll get a different effect, okay? Then there's another choice under your projects to have prints. So you have different size prints, up to 8 inches here, squares, posters. You can make 16 by 20 inch poster for $13. That's pretty good. So all you do is hit select and pick your photos and do what you'd like. Now, one thing I did do was a project with my dad. It's called My Honey Spoon. And I'll show you in a minute, but my mother had a spoon for 60 years. She cooked, right? And it's got a little tarnish, but it's great. And so my mom had died, and so we put together this book of family photos and her recipes. So it was kind of a cool thing at Christmas. We gave them as Christmas gifts. So under your projects here, it's got Honey Spoon, which is the title. And it's going to repeat the title up here because that's the column and this is your project itself. Now, under this section, it's going to show the cover and the flap, the inside cover, the first page, and then these here are 2 pages when you open a book. You see them side by side, so they're trying to show you which pages are going to look like when the book is open. So this is kind of a little mini thing to show you the big overview. I had 20 pages, and so it says 20 pages for $30, and once you're all done, you say buy the book, and it'll ship off, or the file of it will go to Apple, and within 10 days or something like that, they ship you a book with a nice cover slid right over the whole book. It'd be something you'd get in the library, really, or buy in the bookstore, Really great, either hardcover or soft cover, you choose. And then they actually can mail it to Susie and John and Bev and whoever you got. They'll mail, your 6 different books to whoever, which is really great for you because they just ship it right out to them. On the bottom here, it'll show you all the pictures that you chose and you put into the section. And it'll show you unused photos, the ones you've used, and then add photos, so you can go grab some more. So it's really kind of cool. And what you would do is take a picture and just slide it into here, but you actually do it in two pages at a time, or 1 page at a time, okay? So you really see the big thing. You're not working on a little tiny thing. So I've kind of blown these up for you. But you can have pictures. I took a picture, or found a picture on the internet and put in our photos 1 and 2 this way. And I don't know how well you can see it, but that is a frame around it, and the frame can pick up, it's clear, so it actually sees the trees and the skies through the frame edge, okay? A different style of frame is with the little insets, and you can pick 3 on a page, 2 on a page. Here's 1 on a page, it becomes the whole page. And I put a background on this one, and then you can have a choice of catty-corner photos or however you want to have them. So you have so much leeway to make things really creative, okay? And actually down on the bottom it says page 6 and page 7 and 8 and 9, and you can actually put pages on the paper or not put pages, page numbers I should say. Now, a lot of people have photos, but they want to delete the background. So I'm going to show you 2 different ways. One is with a solid background, which makes it real easy, and one which doesn't have a solid background. I'll tell you that one next. But if you find any photo, and I just grabbed this rose off the internet, so here's one. You're going to actually drag the photo on top of preview. So you're in your computer, and down on the bottom, you see this preview app, okay? So you just drag your photo on top of it, and once it's open, you're gonna see and click the blue markup, which is like a marking pen, and then the wand, that'll show up here. So this wand is a little stick with a little radiation, but that's a magic wand, okay? And what you do, number 3, swipe the wand across the background area right in here, and everything that's black, see how it goes in and out even underneath here. But if there's something connected, this will be a hole, okay? It won't be black. So it's whatever is not connected. So you'll see it that way. And then once this is all highlighted, see all these little dotted lines, that means, and even around the edges, it went all the way around the edge and in here, then all you have to do in number 4 is just hit delete. That's how quick it is, okay? And guess what? In 1 second, your whole background's gone, okay? So now you have a rose with no black, and you can put it in front or behind whatever picture you have, okay? So a lot of people don't know this trick, but it's in the preview app, which it comes with every Mac, okay? It's nothing you have to go buy, okay? So just look on the bottom of your screen. All right, now you get a different way to get rid of a background. This is a little trickier, okay? You've got people here and everything, so you're still going to drag your photo on top of the preview app to open it, and then you're going to click the blue markup pen down here, and then there's going to be a blue square, and see that little arrow? You're going to scroll down on that arrow or hit it, and there's going to be a little lasso that comes up, and that's the one you really want. So up here for third directions, use the lasso like a pen to outline the unwanted area in the background. So I'm going to start here. Let's pretend I'm doing it. I'm going to start here, out in the boondocks here, start out here, and then go right next to her head. You want to be on the outside of her features. Okay, I went down here. And as long as you go out and about, these two are going to connect. Okay, and all of a sudden it's going to go zoop, and it'll connect and make one big loop. Okay, and all you have to do, number 4, is hit delete. Now, I actually think he's kind of cute. I'm sorry to see him go, but you know, we just wanted to see the girl. So you do a little section, you hit delete, you do another section, maybe her shoulder, and get the rest. And you actually go, let's say we're here, we're going to go the next part, we're going to do her shoulder, and come below the picture, because some of these, and outside, because some of these are going to have ridges against the edge, so you don't want a line around your picture. So really go outside the picture when you're doing your little lasso, okay? And then once you look at it, it's totally empty, and it's just the girl's head, okay? So that's how you do it. It's a great trick I learned a couple years ago. I do it all the time. And people go, wow, that's really great. And I go, took me 3 seconds, you know? So now, a lot of people, I don't know if you know it or not, but Walgreens, CVS, Walmart, all these places, and there's a ton of places, but they have so many things that are out there where you can use your best photos, get them the best you can, and whenever you're putting something like a blanket or a pillow or any of these other types of items, you want the highest resolution you can. So something like a kilobyte, like 50K or something like that, is going to look terrible, okay? And you want something that's at least a megabyte or more, depending on how big an item you're going to try to purchase. And actually, let's say we're dealing with Walgreens, and you call up and you say, I'd like, a calendar. What resolution do you need my photographs at? Okay, ask them, call them up, and say, well, we need it, a megabyte or more. We need it a JPEG or a PNG. You might see those Suzy.png or JPEG or PDF. So ask them what they need. Oftentimes, it's like Walgreens.com or everybody.com. On their website, go to the photos section, because they do a lot of this online, where you can actually upload your picture to Walgreens and come up and pick it up in 2 hours or whatever they're going to do. So check with your company you're going to deal with. Ask them the resolution and what format. So that's JPEG or something like that. So, and they'll work with you and get your things done. I did a 16 by 20 poster, not a poster, but it was a canvas, and with kind of the styrofoam board behind it, and for just $10 for 16 by 20 with a little foam board behind it. And it's a gorgeous picture. I ended up framing it. It came out so great. But it was kind of cool, and my dad's 98, so I'm the Girl Scout, be prepared, and I'm going to have that poster for the funeral at some point, but, I'm getting ready. And so I'll show you that later. But we have be creative and have fun. That's really what you want to do. And then I was going to show you about this image framer, okay? It's by Apparent Software, and it's going to have a price to it, but it's incredible. You'll have your main photograph, which you pull off your photos, and you just drag it in here. And so this is your bar at the bottom, which is going to show you the different levels or different, so you've got your photograph, okay? Then here's the white with the gold, that's your next one. And then a frame, that's your third one. And you can do 5 or 6 or whatever you want to have different layers on a photograph to really frame it up with mats and everything else too. Any of these collections and sets and frames, if you click on one, brushed frames, they're going to have like 10 or 20 below that one. So, you know, like under brushed aluminum, they're going to have 20 under that category, you know. So it's amazing how many choices you have. So over on the right side, you can frame over an image. I'll show you that in a second. Your frame width, you can take this, let's say we have this gold frame, and you can just slide this back and forth, and it gets smaller or larger and thicker. So it's really kind of cool. So a lot of choices here. There is a charge to it. It's $30. I ended up buying the $30, you know, basic version, which still has like 800 different choices. That's amazing. And you can upgrade, and if you do upgrade, it's only $10 more. So they only charge you $10 more. But that's something you can do. Here's a couple of my examples I did. Last Christmas, we took this picture, and this has 4 different sections to a frame. So it's got this white section, it's got another white, it's got the gray border, see the squares here and the lines, so it's really nice in texture. And then I overlaid kind of a wispy overlay to it, you know. Now, if you needed to, you could put this overlay underneath or switch these around. You know, you can switch all these around in an instant. It gives you a whole different picture. Here's one of these, another choice. They have a lot of these where it's like a frosted top, and yet you can see the background. See, you can see the window here behind here. So it's kind of a cool texture to it. And here's another one where they were saying like this inner section, see how you can see the room behind? You can make this tighter to the middle so you can see a wider section in here. So you have lots of choices. You could make this frame thicker, thinner, whatever you'd like. So you just slide through it. I don't know how many of you knew my husband, Mike, here years ago, but this was a really colorful picture, one of the shirts I made him, and in amongst all the pink flamingos. Well, in Image Framer, I saw this really Floridian, you know, frame to it, and I thought, well, that would be like too much, because see how the green trees turn into white and then green now is covering his leg or the birds or something like that. I thought it'd be cooler to have it as a grayscale as the picture so that the frame would stand out more by itself. And then there's a shading in here, which you can make in different colors. And this zigzag is called a postage stamp. So that's the frame name or something like that. And then I have a nice little thin frame around it. So it was kind of a fun thing, and you're looking at all these different frames, and you drag one down and you click on it, and it looks like this, and you went, I don't want that, so you click delete, it's gone, and it changes your picture instantly, and you can mix and match them too. And what they do is have a video that will show you very quickly. So even if we wanted to switch this one, we could move it to this position, so it'd be red, black, brown, and it would change instantly, the frames, okay? And all you're doing is clicking one, actually you go click, click, and it becomes the next one in line, which becomes the next one on the outer edge, okay? And you can switch them to become an inner edge or whatever you want. But let's show you a quick video here. Here's Image Framer website, and we'll get this so we can see it. They have, where was the, oh, look, see what's new in version 4. Look at this. Integration, look at this whole page is all new features. I mean, they're doing really great stuff. But we'll watch our video here real quick. I'm gonna turn the volume down. Oops, sorry. How do I get it down? Oh, okay, so, and I'm gonna delete that. Okay, so we're gonna watch the video. I might stop it if we need to, but, so you just take your picture, and on the right side, you see the word painting. There's your picture on your desktop, okay? And you're just gonna drag it into the middle where it says drop your image. So it's very simple to do. There, he dropped it in. And now on the left side, he's choosing different frames, okay? So you just double click a frame. There's the frame real quick. On the right side, they're choosing the frame width. So they're gonna go bigger or smaller. See how the frame changed the width? Okay, so now he's gonna do another one. And all of a sudden with click, click, that new frame became the third one on the bottom, okay? And now you had that little goldish one, and now you have the bigger one. So whoever you want next, you put on the outside. So here we are changing the width. And here we are saving the painting, okay? There's a PNG at the top, or you have a JPEG, TIFF, whatever you want. And a lot of people, I don't know if you know, but DPI is dots per inch. And especially when you're sending out your pictures and stuff too, you want to have your graphic maybe 300 DPI, okay? 150 is okay, but something like 72 would be on the internet or things like that. If you know, it all depends on how you're going to use your photo, okay? So if you're using it just to say, hi, here's the photo, you can just send it as a low dots per inch. But if you want to have it printed and look really great, at least 300 dots per inch would be great. And look at the file size on the right here. That's a small picture, and it's still 8 megabytes, okay? So, okay. So here you are, you've got your finished product, and up in the top right, it's got framed painting as a JPEG. So you can save these, you can ship them off to people. So here's another one, he's dropping the image. Oops. And you go to different templates and libraries, and so there in 1 second he put a gray and white framing around it. And to the right, it says matte color. So this is your matte going around the picture. Well, in a second, he's going to take this little eyedropper and go into the yellow of the sky to grab the color, okay? And then the new color of gold is going to show up in here. So let's see that for a second. You drive. That's how quick it was. Okay, so he got the color and put it on there. You can even do words down at the bottom. Okay, make them smaller or bigger. Then you save your photo, and you're done. So it's really kind of cool. Now, not everybody needs this, but you know, we've got choices out there. I do have Image Framer on my computer if anybody wants to play with it after we're done here, and to see if that would be something you really want to get or not. But collages and different ways you use your pictures are going to be exciting to people, whether it's a gift or just a fun thing, and Facebook and websites and whatever you got going, okay? So, but I do wish you all, you know, great holidays coming up. Everybody's traveling and seeing people and having fun, and stay tuned, because in January, TC Mug is 30 years old, so we're gonna party, okay? So, but I wish you all the best, and thank you. Have a great night.